All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I want to talk about charging when you're on the road with a Tesla. Now, I just recently completed a road trip with my Tesla Model Y. It was my first road trip I've ever done in the car. I probably owned it like 5 months now, but I did a road trip on it, and it actually handled great. Loved the additional range that this car has. It is the Model Y long range version, and it just went great. The Tesla supercharging went great. But I want to talk about an accessory that you might want to look at if you're going to be doing any kind of road tripping or fast charging with your Tesla. So our product here we're looking at today is called the Tesla CCS to Tesla adapter. Now this one's not made by Tesla. This one is made by Lectron. They're an aftermarket supplier of these parts. But this is almost an exact replica of what Tesla's selling on their website for $250. This one you can get for around $170, so a lot cheaper option. And there's a couple reasons why you'd want to consider having this. And one is some of the superchargers are not at the best or ideal locations. So when you're traveling on your road trip, there might be a little bit longer of a distance, or the stops. Like one of the big deals with these supercharging stops is they may not have the amenities at these supercharging stops that you would want. Like for example, if you want to get lunch there, or other items at the stop are really not going to be that convenient to you, then you can stop at another charging location if you have an adapter that can fast charge your car, like the CCS adapter. Now, what the CCS charger is, the CCS charger port is actually what all the other manufacturers are using on their electric cars. So like GM, Ford, Rivian, Lucid, most of the other manufacturers are coming with the CCS plug. And so a lot of the non-Tesla chargers you're seeing around town, the fast chargers are going to be CCS compatible or CCS plug. So in order for a Tesla to use that, it has to have a CCS adapter to be able to use that. Now, one word of caution on this, with this specific one and the one that Tesla sells, is that your car has to be enabled. It has to have the charging infrastructure installed into the car to be able to support the CCS charger. Now, for example, if you go into the car and you go into the menu, you go into software, and then under additional information, you'll see CCS charger or CCS adapter enabled or disabled or not available. So you can tell whether your car is going to be able to support a CCS charger charging adapter. Now, most of the new most of the new Teslas, you'll have that. If yours is like, I don't know when they started doing this with the cutoff date, but I would check. If your car's older than 2020, you're probably going to want to go in there and check. But if it's enabled, that means you can buy a very affordable adapter like this. This is the Lectron CCS adapter. It's cheaper than the Tesla OEM one that they sell on the website. But you can get this, and it'll allow you to charge at these fast charger options. If you have access to CCS chargers in your area that are around you that are low cost or even free, some of these are even free of charge to use, guys. So check that out. If they are, invest in one of these plugs, because it's going to allow you to expand your charging opportunities and availabilities. The more charging places you have, the better, the more comfortable you're going to be able to use your car, and you're not going to have to worry about any kind of range anxiety. Okay, so in the box here, we get this open. It comes in a very small portable box. The adapter is really small. It's not going to take up a lot of room. Here we have our user manual here. Now, this adapter will charge up to 150 kilowatt, so it'll do some fast charging at these fast DC chargers here. So it's got this nice packaging here. We get it out of the styrofoam. It does have some weight to it. I bet it's a couple pounds. You see here, Lectron. Now this little adapter right here, this is actually kind of the locking mechanism. So when this is pushed up against the vehicle, it locks this adapter. It locks the adapter so that way that the plug can't be taken off the adapter or stolen when you're using that. So here's our CCS again here, and then this would go into the Tesla side. So really simple, really straightforward. Let's head over to the charger and let's try it out. Okay, so I'm at my CCS charger. This is actually my local charger. So this is kind of this isn't super fast, but it's about 25 kilowatt charging. It gives me about 75 miles an hour here. So I want to show you how we connect this connector here. Okay, so here's our CCS plug. It has a little latch on top here. When you push down the trigger, it releases the latch, and that's what clips into the top here. So it really is just as simple as connecting them here. You just want to hear there's a click that happens and make sure that it's locked in there, because it does do a lock test when you plug it into the car, and if it's not, this adapter's not plugged into the cable here that it won't start charging. So just want to make sure it's nice and tight. It is. And then when this is pressed up against the car, it's going to lock the adapter and the connector here, so that way this can't be taken off. Someone can disrupt your charging session. Okay, so we have our connector connected to the end of the CCS plug here. Now we just tap on our charging port here. It opens up, and when it's white, we can plug this in. And okay, we just want to make sure it's seated nice and tight. We've got a blue signal. That just means it's communicating, and then it'll start charging here in just a second. Now this particular charger, there's no payment needed for this one. That's why I use this one quite a bit. But you can see here, it's not allowing us there. It's too much of a flicker. But it'll automatically, I don't have to push anything to start the charge on this. So charging started. Let's see what our speeds are. The charging has started here. We're charging at 23 kilowatts, 56 miles in an hour, and I've got my charge limit set to 100%. I'm at 250 miles now. I'm not going to charge up 100%. I just really want to get a feel for how fast this is going to charge. Now, if the battery was less full, let's say I was 20, and under 20%, it would charge a lot faster. I'd probably get in 75 miles an hour, but that's a pretty good charging rate. A faster kilowatt charger, well, I'd get a lot faster. If it was this was 150. I'd be getting a lot more than that, obviously. But this is just a good demonstration of how this adapter is useful, and you can use these CCS plugs. While I'm charging here, you can see there's a little information circle here. If I touch on that, it's actually going to bring up my charging screen. It's pretty cold outside. I mean, it's 27 degrees outside, and so it says my charging rates are limited by the battery temp. Battery's cold, and so it's warming the battery up so they can charge faster, and so that's why we're not seeing the full speeds, full 75 miles in an hour charging. But all right, when we're done, we just push the stop button on the actual charger, and I've got a white the white light on the Tesla T lights up, so I can take that out, and that'll close down. And then to release this, I'm just going to hold down the button on top of the plug, and then just disconnect it. All right, guys, this plug is super simple to use. No problems, no communication issues. It worked great on the plug. It fit great. It fit in the Tesla slot great, and the charging was great. So just as I expected. And it's nice and light and compact. I can just put this. There's a nice little spot right down here on the side in the trunk. I can put it in under here, or I can just keep it down under here. This doesn't take up a lot of room and is really useful and helpful in situations where you might need to plug into a CCS charger. Okay, guys, well, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to see the link to this product down below in the description. This is the Lectron CCS adapter. Now, your car has to have CCS adapter enabled in the car for this to be able to use. So if you don't have it enabled, like I have an older Tesla Model S, 2015, it's not going to work with this because it doesn't have that enabled. Now, there is a retrofit coming, so once that retrofit comes, you can pay Tesla to retrofit your charging port to be able to accept these adapters. At that point, it's going to work with more and more Teslas, but it's going to really be the newer Teslas. I don't know where the cutoff is, but just check your software screen on your car to see if it's going to be enabled, if you're going to be able to use this. If your car is enabled with it, I highly recommend getting one of these. It's going to be great, especially on the road, especially when you're looking for fast charging options. You're just going to have this. This is light, compact, easy to use, and just going to store away easily in your car, so you have it there in case you do need it on those fast charging applications. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.